Well, Dan,
Fantastic.
pleasure to be joined by you. I'm Steve Severs for Bionic Buzz, and I'm looking forward to my first time covering DragonCon in Atlanta because I just moved to the East Coast, and now I'm closer now. And so it's coming up September 1st, I believe is the first day. When is it? September
Well,
2nd, September
really,
2nd through 6th, actually. My bad.
yeah. I mean, the party starts. They say Wednesday's the new Thursday,
Yeah,
and
so
Thursday's
September
the new
1st, the
Friday.
first party. That's what it was. But yeah, that's like, well, yeah, very
So,
exciting. What can people expect coming up? Obviously, a lot of people are a little nervous with the, this coronavirus, the Delta variant going on. Is mask going to be allowed? Are people going to be spaced out? What can you tell us the safety measures first before we get into everything else?
great. First off, it's real important to say that for those who've never heard of DragonCon, we're the world's largest fan convention that covers film, music. We cover TV, we cover comic books, we cover art. And most years we even have our own film festival. That has been postponed for this year. We're not going to be having a film festival, but it covers so much. And it is just 5 days or 4 days of the best amazing fun you can have in downtown Atlanta, 5 host hotels. So a couple of things we'll
Yeah.
go over. First, I hear you're coming from the West Coast. Where in the West Coast?
Oh, I used to live in California 15 years, and I just moved to Orlando, Florida. So, and I'm so excited. Actually, I can actually finally attend DragonCon. So many people tell me how amazing it is, and the parties and the dancing, and it's cool because it's not just at like a convention center. That pretty much every other con I've been to, that it's a really fun atmosphere just because it's spread out between these, like we said, 5 hotels. Is that right?
5 hotels plus a convention and exhibition space called AmericaSmart.
Nice.
And now we've added a new location just for vintage video games. It's been announced, and that's going to be down the road, just about a quarter mile. But we've got that 24-hour atmosphere that you're not going to get at a convention center, and that's what made us, the well-known party that we are.
Yeah, exactly.
But this year we got realities going on too, and one of those realities is that there is a pandemic still happening. It's tapered off, and we're addressing the realities of it by putting in place a mask requirement. Everybody will have to wear a mask. We're going to be making sure we're looking to make sure everybody's compliant with the mask rules. But we're not going to go crazy. If you got a mask, you got a mask. We're not going to be looking for judging. We're not asking people to wear a piece of paper towel and call it a mask. No, you need to have a cloth mask or something covering your nose and mouth. Yes. And the other thing is, we're known for our programming that allows the celebrities who come as guests each year to be with the fans, but those rooms are now going to be working at a 2/3 capacity. So if it's a 300-person room, that's going to be a 200-person room this year. If previously we had 3,000 people in the room, and we do have a room that fits 3,000 people, that's going to be a 2,000-person room.
Gotcha.
We're just going to do that spacing. We're going to make sure the lines are spaced out a little bit more. And we're going to be looking for that 3-foot social distance. We're not going to go full bore with the 6, but we figure that 3 foot will hit the realities of the structure that we're operating with.
Yeah. Plus, I think you might not have enough room if you did 6 feet. The line will probably,
Well, that leads to the next thing is that this year's the first year we've had attendance cap. And we're keeping our attendance cap at roughly 50% of where we were before. Our last convention was 85,000 attendees. So we're looking for somewhere around 50%, not exactly. We're doing the same thing in our Walk of Fame where our celebrities sign autographs. We're keeping that at 50% of our usual attendance.
Oh, what's the Walk of Fame? That sounds cool.
Oh, yeah. So one of the things that sets us off from other conventions is that DragonCon, Jewel State said it best. Jewel State from from Firefly and so many other shows like Stargate Atlantis.
Yeah.
Joel State described it to a group of reporters I was with as being like a regular comic book convention mixed with Las Vegas.
Oh, I like
So
that.
that 24-hour activity level has made it a place where celebrities like to come and have the fans meet them during the day, and they meet the fans at night. They get to see a different set of activities, and we tend to be low pressure. We're not a media event, so while we do in normal years allow for interviews to take place, we're asking for reporters to just interact with the celebrities as fans. We're asking them to just hang out with them like any other fans. We're not going to be having any widespread interviews this year.
Gotcha.
And most of the interviews we're doing with the celebrities are done before the convention for the most part. We've got some exceptions, but those are going to be few and far between. But we're still going to support reporters and help them out and show them along the way. But what we're trying to do in the end is have a convention that is safe for everybody who attends, but also absolutely we want it to be fun for everybody.
Oh yeah, and I always say superheroes always mask up, so
there you go. That's
exactly.
excellent. Excellent. We're not
most of our cosplays have masks on anyway, so
Sure. That's absolutely true. I know myself, I'm making a little bit of a sacrifice because I had grown my beard out. I was going to do a John Hammond from Jurassic Park.
Oh, yeah, perfect. Yeah.
and I realized the beard was so big it was pushing the mask up over my, not taking it off my nose, but pushing it up under my eyes. And it was, the bottom was about here. I guess you can see that. So I trimmed my beard.
Gotcha.
But I'm still going to be wearing my whites, and I've got my cane.
I love that. You mentioned the celebrities going to be there. So is there going to be like photo ops still with the celebrities and autographs?
There will be.
Okay.
Yeah. Stephen, you can actually go to www.dragoncon.org and sign up for your photo ops now. Some celebrities may be allowing selfies at the table. Some will not. So you'll find, we won't know that until they show up, but the photo ops are available. You can sign up now. And we're really excited for that.
Very cool. Now the parade's going to be, I've heard the parade's like mammoth and very famous. So it's basically just a ton of cosplayers walking through downtown Atlanta, right? And this year it's just there's going to be no spectators. Is that correct?
Yeah, well, first off, I want to say when you said just cosplayers, it's a little bit more than that. It is just 3,200 folks in costumes walking down a mile in downtown Atlanta, everything from groups of hobbits, large groups of hobbits, to the stormtroopers, everything in between. One of my favorites is the diversity of the people who are dressed as video game characters.
Yeah.
Watching them walk down the street together. It's just phenomenal. And we are not allowing spectators who are not DragonCon members to attend.
Okay.
So those people who have their DragonCon badges, they're attending DragonCon, we're going to let them line the streets. And this is not, we're not.
And that would take the rest of the crowd out. Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. What we wanted to do is follow the same rules that the Peachtree Road Race, which is the world's largest 10K, normally has 150,000 spectators. And they had to do it without folks lining up also.
Very cool. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think it's big safe. So there's also video games is a big aspect of this. So there's certain, I guess you can explain, there's certain areas where gamers can go, but are you not going to allow people to go in there and watch the gamers play, or just basically just the gamers are allowed in there?
Yeah, and that's a great question.
Mhm.
We have I mentioned something called AmericaSmart, which is an exhibition space. We've got it's a
Yeah.
four building complex, and
I
we've
haven't been
got a
inside there. I
number.
walked past it though once. I've seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and in the AmericaSmart building one, we have the gaming. And what
Mhm.
we're asking is it will not be a spectator event this year. It's just the nature of what we're doing. Because of the structure that we have, it's just going to be best for everybody. Anybody can go play. There's no stopping you from going to play. But uh, for people who just would just in the old days walk through it and just look
Mhm.
poke around, that's not something we're going to be able to do this year. But for those people who are playing, we're switching up a little bit. We used to be 24 hours in AmericaSmart, and now what we're going to do is we're going to have an end of the day and close it down and move the 24-hour overnight portion to the other hotel, the Westin Hotel. So there
Oh,
still
gotcha.
will be, you can go play board games. It's not board games is still going to be there. Digital gaming is going to be there, but you're going to have to be signed up. You can sign up there, and we're gonna ask not for folks to just hang around, and because we're not
Mhm.
going to be able to accommodate it.
Gotcha. That's exciting. So you mentioned that there's gonna be vendors, there's comic and pop artist alley. Is there like a cap space for? 'Cause I've never been. Is there like a cap space for how many people are allowed in there, or just everyone's just gonna have to wear a mask when they're?
Well, we're going to follow the same rules we had last time. Do you mean at DragonCon or in the individual
Yeah,
areas?
I don't know where exactly they are, because I assume some of it's in a convention center, which has like, I
Yeah.
guess, like a max
So
capacity, kind of like where the people go to like a panel. You're saying you're gonna have less people in there.
yeah,
Is
2/3,
convention
and that's
floor?
going to be
Yeah.
we've always had capacity for the dealer's room, and we've
Uh-huh.
had capacity for the comic and pop art alley, and our dealer's room is 2 floors of just
Oh, yeah.
amazing stuff. But our vendors will be spaced out further, and with an event this big, like I said,
Yeah.
we've been over 80,000 the last 3 in-person shows.
Mhm.
We've had to work with the fire department to make sure we're keeping everything safe in non-pandemic years. So we're going to reduce those caps also.
Gotcha.
Um, and if you've ever been to a convention, when the dealer's room opens, there's always a line getting in. I myself have learned early on, just go in a couple of hours and the line will be less.
Absolutely.
Um,
Yeah, I've been in those lines before.
absolutely,
Too many
yes.
times. Well, cool.
Uh,
Yeah. Anything else we should know about? I think we've kind of covered the basis,
well,
everything going on.
I would say that one thing I'm really proud of the folks at DragonCon, and I'm saying it's real clear. I talk
Yeah.
about DragonCon. That's my job. I
That's a
don't
great job.
do anything. I don't make the decisions, and I'm really proud of the hard decisions that our board has made in terms of making sure that we've got that best balance we can have while keeping everybody safe. But one of the things that I'm really proud of is just the way that even with this pandemic, they have gotten just an incredible guest list. We have 3 of the
Yeah,
stars from
let's go through
Shazam.
the names, sir. You got
Yeah,
some
go
big
ahead.
stars. Yeah.
So we've got Zachary Levi and Angel Asher and others from the cast of Shazam. We've got a huge Battlestar contingent from Battlestar Galactica. Anytime we can invite and have 2 Oscar winners come and join us, Edward James
Mhm.
Olmos, just an amazing human being. Marion McDonald, a consistent great actress. And just all the other folks from Battlestar Galactica. It's hard for me to name everybody.
Yeah, there's ridiculous amounts. You can go to the website dragoncon.org. I'm just scrolling through and I'm like, oh geez.
Yeah, and we
And it's
got
not just
great
them. I mean, there's
writers.
actors, there's comic book creators, artists. There's a lot of famous voice actors I recognize. So
Can I throw this out? I want to
yeah.
throw a special thank you out to Chris Claremont for joining us. 17, 18 years of continuous run on the X-Men. No one else has ever had that long of a run on a comic.
Wow.
And if you've ever seen any of the X-Men movies, for good or bad, they're taking his stories, and there's still so much more to be told, but
Absolutely.
just radically changed comic books, and we're so happy to have him this year.
Very cool. Is he working on the new X-Men right now, or?
No, he has. He started in '77 when the X-Men first went to the comic books after.
So he did the '80s, the golden age for all the X-Men.
Oh yeah,
stories.
he did the '70s, the '80s. He created Phoenix. He created Dark Phoenix. He created Days of Future Past. He created the New Mutants.
Oh yeah, I think he was in the Days of Future Past. He had a cameo in that movie.
I believe so. Yes. Yeah. It wouldn't have happened without him.
Very cool. Oh man, I love that.
And just everybody else. One of my just so much to do. It's hard for me when I start talking. I just want to keep talking because there's so much going on. But thank you so much, Stephen, for having me on to talk about DragonCon.
Oh, no problem. So yeah, like I said, it's going to be September 2nd through 6th in downtown Atlanta. I can't wait. It's going to be my first time experiencing this con. And so everyone go to dragoncon.org. You can get all the info we just talked about on there. Thank you, Dan, so much. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
See you then. Thank you so much.
All right.